Hey, Niles, this is Trevor Gross from CUTires.com. You were here 3 years ago when y'all last lost a regular season game at Syracuse. How does this one compare to that one, and just what's the overall morale and mentality of the team right now?
I felt 3 years ago when we played that Syracuse team, we felt like we didn't compete as well as we should have. I felt like there's things we could have did better in that game, and it was just mostly like a battle, upfield battle with self-inflicted wounds in Syracuse. I felt like we fought against, and this game compared to that, I feel like this is much more of like it was just a 15-round fight. Honestly, like just going back and forth between really two really good teams that are going back and forth the whole game, and like you never could tell like who could come out to win. And I feel like at the end of the game, you're going to be upset about a loss, especially like for Clemson. We don't usually lose that much. So like losing a game like that, it's hard. But at the end of the day, it's only failure if you just don't learn from it and grow from it. So I kept telling the young guys that because they're not used to seeing us lose or being a part of something like that. So they were kind of upset about it. But I told them I was like, we just going to grow from here. We have a bye week coming up. We have time to get healthy with guys that we really need and just learn and get better.
That was maybe the best offensive line that you'll face all season. Just how good were they, and how difficult was it to stop their run game?
They were really good offensive line. Like we played them a few years ago in the Cotton Bowl. It's pretty much the same old line, except this year they've been together more time. They're older guys, so I feel like that's a really big difference. The communication was different between them. And I feel like I give credit to them. They played really well, and I feel like they caused fits in certain areas. I feel like all around they had a great game, and I just feel like we just learn from it and move on.
Niles, like you said, it was a 15 round heavyweight fight. Did it feel like in the overtime period, or maybe even like that last possession of regulation, like as a defense, y'all were just kind of running out of steam with all the guys that were banged up. In addition to the guys that didn't start, you lost a few guys as well during the game.
I feel like we didn't really lose hope or get banged up or like run out of steam. I feel like we just kept fighting. That's honestly what I appreciated too. A few of the young guys that had to come and step in, such as RJ Mickens stepping in. He hasn't me seen much of him this year. Like he's been going back and forth between scout team and coming with us and stuff like that. And I feel like he did pretty well. I feel like it's just like gives them a chance to grow, especially the young guys such as Ray Thornton, give chances like Fred Davis and them to play. I just feel like it gave them a chance to grow and get better. And I feel like it didn't expose them, but it's going to help like grow them and realize maybe I need to work on this certain area and be prepared because anything can happen with this year, especially with COVID and injuries. So I feel like this game was really big for them. And I feel like it's going to help grow. Even some young D linemen being in the game like this, such as Miles Murphy or Brian. I feel like they not every game is going to be a blowout. Right there, you're probably used to seeing that, but every game is not going to be a blowout. And for years to come, they have their time is coming where they're going to have to be. They might have more games like that. So I feel like we didn't run out of steam. I just feel like we fought all the way to the end, and we just didn't get the result we wanted.
No, this is Matt Connolly with the state. After the game at all, did you allow yourself to think? I know you guys don't want to look ahead, but like, man, it'd be nice to have another shot at these guys. Or if you thought about.
Well, I wouldn't say look ahead, but we all felt like we didn't lose the ACC championship that night, but also if we had a won, we didn't win the ACC championship night. Our punch our ticket. We always know every game we get ready to play. The next game is the biggest game of the year because it's the next one. And I feel like we felt like we looked ahead to this bye week, but that's the farthest we're looking right now is to get better and get healthy this bye week and grow, and then look forward to Florida State because that's the next game. And if it ends up we play Notre Dame again in the ACC championship, as if we do what we're supposed to do, and they end up winning out as well and making the ACC championship, and we get a chance to play them again, I feel like this game we actually learned a lot of valuable lessons about ourselves that could go over to that game and help us grow.
Hey,
You
Niles. Oh, go
valuable
ahead.
lessons. Oh, sorry, Anna. You mentioned the valuable lessons. Just the first play or their first run of the game went for 65 yards. How did you feel like you guys kind of cleaned that up after that and seemed to do a better job against the run? And then what are some of those takeaways that you would carry over into the next?
Um, I felt like that first run, it was just kind of like in a fight, you're in a fight right there. It's like they throw that one hard uppercut it shocks you. I feel like that's what it was. And once you see that and they throw that punch, you're ready for it. You just gotta stay on your toes and be observant for it and be ready for it to come again. So I feel like we talked on the sideline, talked about what went wrong, communicated between Coach V, our coaches, and everything like that, and tried to realize what the issue was. We faced it, and I felt like as the game went on, we got a better handle on it as we wanted to. And I feel like that's all it was, just communication issues. But once we handled those, everything was better.
Hey, Niles, it's Anna with Clemson 24/7. Where do you think the biggest issue was in having difficulty containing the quarterback, whether it was with his legs or just his mobility, getting outside the pocket and throwing downfield?
Well, we give credit to Ian Buck. He's a good quarterback, shifty, quick guy. And we knew that coming into the game. He's quicker than what you want him to be. He's like in game. He's a good quarterback, mobile quarterback. So a few things happen to get outside the pocket, certain rushes and stuff like that, which that's something that we learned we can get better at and certain things like that. We just got to be more disciplined and grow from that. So, but we give credit to their O-line and him because they made holes for him to go even if the passes weren't open. So we just give credit to them. And we just got to learn from that.
How much different was he as a player Saturday from what you guys had faced in the Cotton Bowl?
Well, he's an older guy now. He was probably a little bit younger back then, probably 2 years younger, like learning still, picking up things. And then now he's older. He's been through a few seasons, and he's become a leader, a captain, as we realize. He's just more confident. And he's probably just like he also had probably a chip on our shoulder from that game, especially in the Cotton Bowl. So he brought a lot of like charisma to that game and just a lot of confidence. And I feel like that was a difference that he really brought.
I know you touched on the injuries a little bit, but what was it like out there at the end of the game with so many guys down and kind of looking around and seeing people go down left and right, it seems like?
Well, it's hard to see your brothers go down, especially in a game like that. And but at the end of the day, I told the young guys, when you get your opportunity, I said, we've been practicing for this since fall camp. And Coach Swinney's been preaching, next man up, no matter what the situation. You may be a freshman that hasn't seen the field all year. You're going to have to go in the game and win the game for it. If you have to go in the game and win the game for us, we're going to need you to. And you need to prepare like that as well. So I just kind of talked to them and told them, like, be ready, be prepared. And I was like, just keep fighting. That's all I can ask for. I know it may be a little bit faster than you've seen in a while, but I said, just keep fighting. That's all we want. And just give your best effort and put your best foot forward. And that's just the main message I kept telling them. And I said, no matter what the outcome is, you learn tonight and you're going to grow.